All right, this is a rematch of the close 3-player game, the 1-point game. We're playing on the one where if you're built next to here, you can ignore one issue with animals. That could be good on this, given we both have habitat diversity and species diversity. This is the one I probably favor the most. This is another good one. General all-purpose get +1. But this is one of my favorites. If somebody's already grabbed the yellow before me, even though I go first, although I could have my association at 2, I can take the yellow from the bin. I think that's the best thing to do. I've already got a better association, so I'm going to take this one. See what happens. All right. I'm certainly keeping this. So I've got trade an X token for $5 or vice versa, or trade one of those guys for a rep bump if I ever upgrade, which I believe I will not be doing. So, additionally, you may discard one sponsor card, take one from the display. Both of these are situational. I'm going to keep this one in case I need an X token in a pinch or $5 in a pinch. I think that's the better of the two. The other one could just be a total crapshoot anyway. Let's see what cards we get and all the good stuff. Oh, there we go. All right, so I've got small animals and accessible zoo conditions. Well, I mean, this board can help that conditions thing, but here's the small animals. Let's see what we got here. Let's see, I've got an Africa here. And we need either species diversity or habitat diversity. Well, here's a nice easy species, although it is the same as the one I have, but it might help me getting, let's see, that's tops. I could get $3 and then more money when I play this. And then I can change my sponsors if I need to. All right, I think those two are good. I don't want to make it a trifecta and just do this and get another. That would go towards the habitat diversity. Yeah. I think that's not bad, and actually, I kind of like this one. Yeah, I can do it for a quick and easy 2. The other 2 players may gain huge benefits off that later, but I can get one in the before the first break. I'll need an X token. I don't need to worry about conditions, so I could build up by an X token. All I need is the aquatic. This one needs to be by a rock, so it would have to be this one. Yeah, that's 1 each. That works. This gives me money back for all of them. That seems to work pretty well. I think this is where I'm going. It gets me 2 different ones. It also gets me one that's useful. And then I can do this and then maybe grab. I can grab that anyway. I can always get the yellow one because I've got this. Yeah, I like this. I am keeping these. Alright, the main card that's come up that may matter is this guy right here. I don't think I'm going to get this, so it's probably not going to change my plans much. So, but again, 2 animal tags when we've got species diversity is pretty nice. I'm going to play my sponsor card. I'm not going to buy an X token. I'm going to just pick up one when I build because I'll need every penny probably, so I'll pass on that. I'm going to build. I've got enough money So if I spend 10 on this, I'll be down to 18. 2 animals are going to cost me 17, and I'm going to get money back. So this is what I want. Put it right here. Hit that X. Buy both mountain and water. Should be all good. Well, the polar bear exhibit was snapped by the red player. That's one of the reasons why I like to have the cards that can snap at 3, but we will play on. I don't see anything that I really need to grab. This is kind of nice and could certainly work, but I'm not going to be at 3 anytime soon, and I think it's just best if what is this one connecting? The reptile would be nice for the diversity, but I'm only going to get 1 point for it and probably nothing at the end. I don't want to just waste a snap on that. I would rather just go grab some cards and discard. All right. Well, that's nice. All right, so all of these are good. What am I looking at? I'm probably going to keep this one over this one. Only reason I don't have the orange, I know this one is technically worth more if I'm putting down pavilions. This one will be worth a net 6 if they're all pavilions, or it is a pavilion, and this one will be a net 7 for only $1 more. That requirement is a little bit more difficult. They're both small animals, so that's good. So I'm going to discard this one, and this is nice. I can get this put out after I can boost sponsors if I wanted to, so that's not bad. So the blue player's got the archaeologist out, and he's hitting these hard. He'd had to take one, obviously, to get a science tag to be able to play the archaeologist, but then he built on top of one of the edge bonuses and got another one. So he should have his third one pretty quick, I would assume. I'm going to play my animals. I need to use the X token. I'll play them both. I don't have anything to do anyway, so there's nothing to boost, or there's nothing I want to boost anyway. I want to just get points for both of these. I'm not going to use the symbiosis. And I'll play this one. I wanted it 5, but I want to actually play the small animals first, so I'm just going to leave it alone. All right, I'm going to play my association. All right, this will get me my extra meeple. I believe I'm going to keep or upgrade my association card. I want to get one of these two as a bonus, so I want to get that first. And then I'll work on getting build. Oh, that's not what I want. There we go. That was almost bad. There we go. Alright, so I'm going to build a 1 enclosure on by this 5 to fit my lesser bird of paradise. So that'll put me to $13. I've got two things I'm going to do to try to make this cheaper. One, I'm going to play this, get some points for the small animals, and make it $3 cheaper. Also, after that, I can take the Australia partnership, making it $3 more cheaper. I know that doesn't help me towards the habitat diversity, but right now I've already got a 2-1-0 lead, so I should be okay. We'll see though. We are going to play the sponsor card now, making the bird a little cheaper. Not going to buy an X token. Alright, so now we have enough to play it if we wanted to. However, I may just grab the Australia tag to make it even more cheap. Or even cheaper, I guess is a better word. Alright, so now I can get the Australia tag and donate. And still have enough money to put out the bird if there's no break, which doesn't look like there should be. The red player can do 5. It seems unlikely the blue player is going to do that with a bunch of money and 4 cards, but who knows. There we go. I'm going to play the bird and probably build the kiosk right here. All right. All right, so now I've got some income and probably need to get some cards next. I'm going to grab some cards and see what I need to do here. There's nothing I want to snap, and I'm out of cards, so I probably should just take them and get rid of the worst one. All right, so certainly this can go towards the species diversity. Bird doesn't help me with the habitat diversity, but it is another yellow, and this one, while very cool, is unlikely to be played. So we'll drop that. All right, so it might have been helpful if we had a break, but I'm going to just build a 2 right up here. It'd be nice to be able to catch that X token, but I need to buy the water, so let's do that. Alrighty then, we've had a break. I'm basically set up to do the Africa, so I can play this guy here. I can drop either a kiosk or pavilion here, get an X token, and then be able to do this next turn. And just drop that off, move up enough, choose one of these guys, probably take build, I would assume. Wait, I can eventually get this stupid thing played. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. Let's see what we have here. So that's going to get me 1 more income anyway, or I can put a free kiosk down for an income of 2 every time. I think I'm just going to take, hold on, 6. Give me a second. All right, so I will play this, getting me 2 more income. We'll do that. So I need to have the build constructed in order to put this out, because if anywhere I put it, I can't place it. Ultimately, I think I may do this, or get it close to this, something like that. But I need to get it out of the way. I could run this with an X, but I don't need to. There's no race to get to the Africa. There shouldn't be a race to get to one of these either. The blue player doesn't have an obvious one, and certainly shouldn't be able to get 5. So, or I guess 4 for that matter. He could do a release of a 1 or a 2. That doesn't help him. So, and he's got nothing to do for any of these. Or this, or this. So he can't do one if he's got one in his hand. Still not going to have him beat me there. So I'm safe to just drop this guy for an X token. And that way I'll have an X token the next time it gets up to 5, and then I can play this for the herbivore tag. All right, so I'm able to do Africa. So I'm going to do Africa. I know I can also do habitat diversity, but I'm going to try to get a bigger number on that. All right, so I don't need to clever anything right now. I probably just want to take the income. It seems best right now. I don't need the X token. I mean, could always use the X tokens, but don't need to have them. Doing okay. I am going to take the partner zoo. Green or orange is fine. I'm just going to take orange, I think. And then I need to upgrade build. We'll do the donation. Something I really need to snap, and I want to wait on the build until I know what I've got, so I'm just going to grab some cards and see what I get. All right, so we have something that requires green. That's not ideal. This one is iconic, requires 2. Nobody's got any. That's probably going to be the one to go. So, yeah, I think dumping this is the easy choice. Yeah. All right, I'm going to do a build. I don't want this animals up there anymore. So I'm going to clever it down. I don't have the money to do it. So not a big deal, but I will prep the enclosure. Yeah, that'll work. And no, I think I'm done now. All right, so the red player has upgraded his sponsor card. I think he might be targeting this one. That'll get him 3 green, and it'll get me $6, which will get me just 1 green if after the no, it won't even do that. Well, I'll have 7, so that'll be okay. Well, we'll see. See what we want to do here. So I want to play I'll do a trade so I can buy the other one. Play this building. I'm going to do the Hunter 1 first because it wasn't letting me do it after I placed the building. I had to restart the turn, see what happened to it. I lost it. So let's do this. Committed now. We got something anyway. All right, and now we want to place this here. I want to take the university placement bonus first. I'm thinking about taking the one with the predator. I mean, I certainly could do this, move up, and then take this card away, but that's a dead card in my hand. I'm not going to be using it. I suppose I could if I wanted to upgrade this, but yeah, then I've got to get it to 4, and that's just not going to happen probably before I get points. What do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I've got 8. Well, that's 4 for me. That's pretty good. I'll have to just not get any more points if I do that. So why don't we try to do that? Do I want to just do the 5 cards? No, let's get this. Let's take this. And let's take this guy. Because I'm going to get... Yeah, hold on a second. Yeah, I think I'm going to take this card. I'm going to get 4 green from it. That seems pretty good. Also, I can upgrade this. I'm connected to this, so I can ignore one of these. I did say that I was not going to be upgrading sponsors, but I think I'm going to do it this game. All right, so I need to take a building so that I can upgrade the sponsor. I don't want to take one of the buildings that'll give me a card because then I'll have too many cards in case something happens. Well, there should be no break. I shouldn't have a problem with that. Unfortunately, the one that I kind of want to take is the Predator because that will also give me another, well, also give me another card, so maybe I should just grab the hand size one first. I think that makes sense for now. All right. I could grab cards. I'll only be able to keep 2, so that'd be realistic. But I kind of want the X token. So I'm going to move this down. And then in the next turn I can play this. Yeah. Alright, so I'm going to play my basic research. I am going to trade an X token for a reputation bump, and I'm going to upgrade animals. It's generally more useful than cards. I may lose out on some bumps up here, but I do want to use the animals to try to get some bumps so I can get the extra meeple here. The extra, if I get 3 meeples, I get 2 green, and that sounds pretty good to me. Alright, so I'm going to do this first. I'm going to take 3 of these. Let's see. That goes there. Do I need an extra card? Yeah, I do. Let's see. I'm going to put this here. This is a small animal, right? It is. So I'm just going to play this here. Grab that small animal. And now we have to do the discard. I have 2 of these now. I've got options to get 3 more, but I've also got already 4, and I'm 1 away. Is it 3 more? Hold on. Yeah, 1 of each. A 3 puts me at 5. That's still 2 away from the next one, and I'll only be 1 small animal away, so I'm going to discard this one. Alright, I kind of like the top 3 cards where they're at, so I'm going to get an X token for my cards. I'm not just going to grab a random card. That seems terrible. But an X token could be useful, and certainly I could sell it with this for another bump if I want, or money, whatever. Alright, I think I want to cause the break, get some cash, do some building and other things. So let's do this. Get my X token back. And now I can make a trade if I want. I think I do want to get bumped up. Do I need 1? I only need 3 total. I'll get 1 with that. I don't need the cash right now, so I will trade 5 for a bump up. It'll leave me with 34. These 2 are going to cost 28. And maybe I'll get some cash from this guy. So we'll see. All right. Do the build. I'm going to need $18 after the build, or sorry, $28. There's a 10 and an 18. So I need to cover the 5. So I'll drop this guy here, I think. I need a 2 enclosure for the monkey. So I'll use that to cover this. We could drop this here. And then a 1 enclosure. Let's put it up here by the water. We'll at least have something going for it. My animals, I'll do the pilfer first and maybe get some extra money. We shall see. I have plenty to play this, but I have to do this first. Alright, we'll come back and see what happened. Alright, so the red player decided to give us $5 from his sizable stack. instead of giving us a card, so we will play our bird, which is what we were likely going to do anyway. Alright, so I get 2 placements. I can get another meeple if I get down to there. So let's just play 2 of these. Alright, this gives me, I can do either of the diversities at 5. And it gives me the opportunity, I can play one, take the 3x tokens, then play the other one. So that will be another 30 points, so I'll be at 75 if I need to do that. I may not. Oh, he's already on species. He hasn't done habitat diversity, so I will probably have to do habitat first. Alright, so I'm gonna do the habitat diversity. The blue player's got 4, so I've got to make sure I get this now. I'm going to take the 3x's so that I've got 2 meeples so that I can do the species diversity if one of these 2 guys get a 5th species type. Now, right now we're looking at 3 for each of them. I've got 5, so if it looks like they can do it, I'll have to use some X's and step in. And I certainly don't have the money for a donation. So I've even got a place to store this guy, so I think I'm going to snap him. And if there still isn't a break, I can certainly play him, so we'll do that. Alright, I'm going to build or play this octopus guy here. I'm going to get $3 back for the coral. I'm also going to get $3 back for this. So mostly what I want to do is I want to clever this down, putting my association higher. This won't work. I don't have another I can play. That's got to go down to 1. And if I want to play one of these 2, I'm going to need a 2. So let's do a build. I'll leave this 4 available in case I need something. And let's just build this one. What do I want to build? Let's undo that. I'll leave that one open for now. Let's do this. Actually, here is probably better. Gives me more options, both a rock and a water. So I've got a 4, a 1, and a 1. I can put a kiosk here if I need to. Shouldn't, but it's okay. So I plan on using 3X's. I guess I can grab this yellow tag so that way this will be a little cheaper, but I don't think that matters. I'll get this, which will get me 2 more green. I can take $12, getting me another green, and I think it puts me at 98 or 88, excuse me. And this is another 12, or maybe it's 89. So with just those two things, I'll be able to get to 100. Now I'll need a break because I won't have any money, but if things go differently, I might be able to just build in this, but it doesn't really matter, I don't think. Let's see. Do this before I forget. And then place species at top. Take some money and use it. Yeah, so this would be 89, and my card is good for 12. Now, I guess somebody could steal the card away from me, but you know, then I'll do something else. I've got quite a lead. It shouldn't matter. All right, so let's end this with some animal stuff. Put this here. I'm not going to cut down anything. Doesn't matter. I'm going to pass on this. And then I can play this. This won't matter. All right, 108, and the other two aren't quite close, so we should be fine. We'll recap this in a bit, though. All right, so not much to say about this one. It ended in 30 turns. Not very close. I mean, I avenged the previous loss to the blue player. But other than that, not really much to say. We'll give it a go again and see how the next, like what map we're going to get and so forth.